Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And today, I just want to talk to you guys about the art expo that I put my art in. I've been working on putting art in different, museums and doing like art shows. I want to have my own art show eventually. And I was planning to do that, but you got to have the financial baggage to back all the things and your ideas and the things you want up. So right now I'm just putting my stuff in art expos and really trying to empower, use my voice through art without actually having to speak. So using my art as a way of speaking truth to the people. And I'm a poet too, so I do poetry, I do open mic. But I figured art is a great way of expressing, because a lot of people love art. So I've been putting my art in museums and really just keeping my head down and not like letting people know what I'm doing. Because if you let people know every move you make, you can't get ahead. So it's best to prepare, get ahead, and not let everybody know your moves, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. But I just want to talk to you about the person that you choose to be is important. And as many people in the world, many. You got the people who rejoice on the misfortunes and downfalls of others. You got those who give and never expect in return and always get misappreciated. You got those who live for revenge and those who live with hatred in their hearts. You have those who only live to, love. Those only live to gain knowledge, And and those who live to kill. And what I'm saying is, who you decide to be is ultimately your choice. And a lot of paths we walk is based on the lack of knowledge that we have. We all, like, starting out, growing up, we all start with the lack of knowledge. We don't have much knowledge of much anything, so we gain experience, and through our experience, we become more knowledgeable. Then we become a little more wiser to make better decisions. But even in that sense, we're still ignorant to the point where we're still having to figure out and walk different paths. So I'm saying who you decide to be is important to who your future and where your future lies, because you are the creator of your life. And though you don't fully have control of your whole entire fate, you don't have control of the world and all the things that go on in it. You only have control of your will, your livelihood. You have no control of your family members and what they decide to do or whatever. You can advise people all day, but everybody don't listen. So advise yourself. Give yourself wise counseling, wise advice, and take it. And make sure that you make a wise decision in who you decide to be. We all done bad things in life. We all done and made mistakes. We all said things that could have been hurtful to somebody. We all hurt somebody we love, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally, or really didn't even try, just hurt them, and we really couldn't prevent them from being hurt, because some hurt you can't stop, some hurt you can't prevent. And as much as you want to protect the people you love, you shouldn't hinder them from the truth. So when I say be wise in deciding who you want to be, and I know there's a lot of young people out there who are struggling with who they are, their path, their desire, and their passions, and probably just got out of high school this year or in mid-college, or like looking around the world and just like, man, everywhere I look is nowhere, you can't really be happy, And I know people are really depressed and really down, and the world around us can be very daunting. But I assure you, there's a lot to be happy about. If you live today to see this video, You have a lot to be grateful for. And you want to have a more gratitude attitude in acknowledging that you can be somebody who's very ungrateful. You can be somebody who's very unthankful, or you can be somebody who's thankful, grateful. That even though you made unwise decisions, even though you made bad choices, even though you did some shameful things in your life, those things made you who you are today. And when you learn to accept you, the thought of killing yourself, the thought of suicide, if you're somebody who's, have suicide, the state of depression that you're in, you will overcome it. The despair and hopelessness won't last. And I'm telling you, there will be better days. And you have to believe that. You have to believe for something greater. You can't let the lack of insignificant things, you can't let the insignificant things that's happening in the world because of the lack of hope. Because you should have more faith and more belief that something greater could happen despite all the bad. Because sometimes bad things happen so greater things can take place. And I truly mean that. Sometimes bad things really do have to happen in order for the greater things to come in place. Because all the bad things have to come out, fall apart and just fall out the way. So when when the bad things are out in the open, everyone can acknowledge what's going on. Everybody can acknowledge the bad things. Then we can focus towards the solution to obtain the good things. It's not to say that there's not good things around us. It's not to say that it's not a lot of good to focus on. It's a lot of good to focus on. It's hard to see it. It's hard for some people to appreciate it. Good things are around you every day. Good things are with you every day. Good things are in you every day. It's just, you want to be grateful. You want to be happy. And you want to find that peace, joy, and contentment within yourself. This life is hard. And it gets harder throughout the generations, okay? I don't know a generation that never had it hard. Trust me. Look in the history books. Read about it. Read it biblically. Whatever you believe, whether it's history, biblically, religion, anything. I'm not religious, though. But no matter what you believe, no matter what you read, no matter how empowering or powerful and influential it may be, there always been some sort of conspiracy. There always been some sort of war. There always been something bad. But there always been something good in the same sense. Because there cannot be yin and yang. And there's always good in the darkest places of life. There will always be light, okay? So don't focus on the negativity. Find some positive in your life. Find something to be grateful for. If you need to try the exercise of writing down on paper, like a piece of line paper or a white paper, mark it in the middle, write all the good things that you can be grateful for and all the things that you feel the need to complain about, all the things that you feel incomplacent about, all the things that make you depressed, all the things that make you sad. And sometimes all those things are all the same. But if you acknowledge them by writing them down, it can allow you to focus and be more grateful on the things that are good. And the good things always outweigh the bad. If you do this exercise, you will acknowledge the facts that good always outweigh the bad. In any situation, whether it's all the good things you can be grateful for and all the things that you're overwhelmed and complaining about. Or you can do all the things you've been through and all the things you overcame and where you were and how far you've come. I mean, any exercise you try is very therapeutic and it can really help you out as a person. What you have, like what is your greatest strengths and what is your greatest weaknesses? What do you have to offer, but what is it that you lack? I mean, the importance of knowing these things help you out as a person. It helps you in the society, your purpose. It helps you out in such a great way because that also ultimately helps you decide who you want to be. And the reason why it's important to be sure yourself and be sure of what you want is because you don't want to go around incomplacent, indecisive, lacking in decisions, okay? Because no matter what, whether you can decide or not, you still have to decide. You still have to, choose something. And sometimes some decisions are not meant to be rushed. Some decisions are not to be rash, and you sometimes have to thoroughly think about the decisions that you're making. So make wise decisions for your life, and don't rush into things that you're not sure about. Even if you're sure, there's nothing wrong with taking calculated thoughts, okay? I'm totally calculated person, very prepared, and always wants to be ready for every outcome and everything, okay? So I totally agree with those people who want to prepare. People always say they want to wait till the last minute. You go ahead and do that. I'm not. But everybody has their own way of doing things, and we should all respect each other and each other's ways. And sometimes we may not agree, and it might not be the same, but we can't all sit in the same room and say, no matter how good we are, that we never made a decision that was wrong and we never made a mistake. We all, no matter whether good or bad, or whatever, no matter what you label yourself as, no matter what you consider yourself as a person, we all done things, okay? We all done things that were mistakes at one point. You could sit in a room with good and bad people, people who murdered, people who slandered, people who cheated, people who done lied, people who done become drug lusted, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. We all can sit in the same room. You can, it doesn't matter who you are. We all done some kind of wrong. And never consider yourself perfect. Never desire to be, okay? Just try to improve. Do your best and give your greatest effort of trying to be a better you. I love you guys, and I know it's been a while, but from this video on, we're going to be a little consistent with my videos. I've really been working hard, so I got some stuff. I've been had some stuff. I just want to make sure that I'm doing things out here to strengthen my voice and my empowerment to the people. I have not been on social media, which is fine with me because there's too much going on. But it also helps me focus on the person I want to be and how strong I want to be. I already know who I am, what I want, my purpose, and all that good stuff. But I'm saying it's good to be stronger in the things you want. Be stronger in your focus of those things, stronger in your belief and your faith. It's just good to focus. Have a refocus on the things you want. So, I love you guys. Have a prosperous day. And make sure that you're focusing on the positive. Not the negatives, but even in the negativity, there's some great things happening. Love you guys.